2017, and Americans are more oppressed by student debt than ever. To put this into perspective, a stadium filled with $100 bills stacked floor to ceiling is roughly equivalent to the amount of student debt in America. Students are unable to succeed with the degrees they pay for, resulting in debt that lasts a lifetime. These debts cause major problems within our society, such as deficits in the economy, a struggling middle and lower class, and large loans that students are left with to pay off. As college students, Ben, Flav, and I are currently paying for our own education. We have firsthand experience with the true cost of tuition and what it takes to pay for our education. This issue is important to us, and we hope to spread more awareness on the topic. Students should learn the true cost of college and the accumulation of student debt. Today, we will explain the problems that student debt has, the causes of these problems, and some solutions that the American youths can take to reverse the effects of these problems. Hi, I'm Justin Todd, and first I'd like to discuss the accumulation of student debt and the problems it causes. The accumulation of student debt has grown into a serious crisis in this country. Lee Egerstrom, a veteran author of Minnesota 2020, wrote in 2014 an article called "College Debt Holds Back Economic Recovery" that a typical college student graduates with an average of $30,000. Interest on this debt can add up to another $15,000 to $20,000 that students will be required to pay off. A third of these student loans are now considered delinquent. Recent studies have shown that it takes an average of 21 years to pay off a 4-year degree. This means that most college students will finally pay off their education when they're around 43 years old. Jobs are also not guaranteed to those who graduate with a college degree, and 4 out of 5 students graduate without a job, leaving them with no way to pay for their education. Crippling debt and lack of funds leaves many students with no money. This results in a weak economy, deficits caused by debt, and large student loans that often cannot be paid for. Now Ben will talk about the causes of these problems.
Vast, expansive problems have many causes. Hello everyone, I'm Ben, and now I'm going to explain to you how and why these problems cause the results they do. The cost of education is continuously increasing with no stop in sight. An article by Emily Zach called "The 5 Reasons Why Student Debt is Skyrocketing," written in June of 2016, explains that there are 5 major trends that lead to student debt increasing. These 5 reasons include: 1, college costs growing faster than inflation; 2, states continue to slash funding for higher education; 3, universities are spending more on administrative salaries and campus amenities; 4, students don't always understand how student loans work; and 5, Americans have not seen a raise in years. These reasons have all played a part in raising the cost of tuition by 25% in the past 6 years. If states continue to cut funding at the current rates, they will be giving nothing to education within the next 50 years. Because of this, many public colleges are charging out-of-state students 3 times the amount that residential students pay. Administrative pay has increased largely over the years. The average college president makes nearly 4 times the amount of a full-time professor at $428,000 a year, and some have even exceeded over $1 million. Colleges are also constantly competing with each other, while others are spending money on new stadiums and luxury dorms, which also have a large impact on the added cost for students' tuition. Without the money to pay for school, students have relied on loans. The government has made it easier to get these loans in recent years. According to an article on MarketWatch written by Julian Berman in October of 2015, the government had good intentions when making these loans easier to get it, but many companies have many companies have taken advantage of this by using heavy advertising and inflated statistics to lure students into taking on more loans. Student loans continue to increase student debt. More often than not, students take out more than what is needed. This combined with high interest rate results in students paying much more than what they initially took out. Next fall, we'll talk about the possible solutions and actions necessary to help alleviate the crisis of student debt.
Hi, my name is Flav, and I'll go into why history has proven that low tuition costs leads to the success of a great nation. It is that very principle that will help students excel in the future. Policies implemented by the U.S. government, such as the GI Bill, help reduce the cost of higher education. These policies have been proven to help the country tremendously. The GI Bill gave free education to more than 2 million veterans after World War II. Bernie Sanders, author of a Washington Post article published on October 22nd, 2015, mentions that this investment was a major reason for high productivity and economic growth to our nation during the post-war years. If the GI Bill or a similar type of bill was to be passed, millions of Americans would be debt-free in our society today. This would also lead to economic growth of our country. The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you become. Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works and is an important skill more students should learn. It is critical for incoming college students to become more financially literate when it comes to student debt, specifically learning more about loans, grants, and different types of each. For example, the difference of subsidized loans and subsidized loans. Students are able to obtain this information through personal research or classes offered here at NDSU. As I conclude, I will continue about why it is important to spread awareness. When students learn the true costs of higher education, they can better prepare to tackle debt, understand how to be financially responsible, and overcome debt they may encounter. As the debt continues to rise, it is vital to know about the crisis of student debt. Today, we mentioned the problems that are caused by high cost of tuition, the causes of these problems, and some possible solutions that can be applied to the crisis. Being informed about student debt isn't enough. Students must learn the true cost of college and spread the awareness about the consequences that exist with debt. So as we go on our separate ways today, I encourage you to research and understand the reality of student debt. It is not only vital to you, yourself, to understand about the debt, but it is also vital to the society and your future children who will depend on you. Thank you.